What is up, my Gucci gamers? And we're going back to my roots, and that is the roots before, like, I deleted all my videos because I was embarrassed of what I was. But now, I wish I hadn't done that, because I kind of suck more now than I did back then. But nonetheless, what we're going to be doing in this series is we're going to be going through, well, at first the Indev, because to me those are the most interesting versions of Minecraft. And we will be trying to get as many versions to work as possible with me recording them and me playing a little bit of the gameplay if it's not too boring. So let's see. First, let's download this. This is the Minecraft wiki, which you can probably Google. Just Google Indev, and it's like one of the first links that come up. And just look for downloads that have the client in the JSON or whatever. But that's what you need to get to the launch from the actual Minecraft launcher. You could use the old launcher from back then that's buried beneath the sea in the internet. But I've had issues with that, with mismatching LWGL versions with you doing a mouse click makes the game pause, and I don't like that, especially when a lot of the game consists of clicking. So, what I will be doing here is, because I am a Linux guy, I will be using the command line for everything. But this stuff should be cross-platform, because I actually use Mono for one of the tricks I get to get later versions of 0.31 running and earlier versions of Indev running with a proxy server. So what basically happened is that authentication servers don't exist for this version of the game anymore. So I actually fucking downloaded a file from a 2010 YouTube video. This contains the old launcher, and all you need from this file, which I can upload, is the parkways indev.saz. And honestly, I'm not even sure if you even need that. Maybe you can just do an empty text file and redirect it to that. But with Fiddler, a lot has changed. I downloaded the fiddler.linux for Linux exe, and first I need to find it, and also, yeah, I think it's just fiddler.exe. I'm not sure. But yeah, this is the newer version. And with that, if you import the SAS, these don't actually happen in the actual launcher. So basically what I've had success for doing is extracting the SAS file, which is just a zip file, into the request directory. And basically the launcher tries to authenticate using /game, which doesn't work for this version of Minecraft. So I redirect it to this text file, which I can show you where it's located in my home directory. So it's in Fiddler 2 captures and responses. So this is where I've had it, and you can see the file right here. But if you just unzip that, then it will do that. And I honestly don't, I just picked one at random. This is the one I'm using. So I guess it's really just looking for an HTTP 200. So just make some stupid bullshit HTTP response, and it just checks, make sure it's 200, because that's the success. And I guess everything will be fine. Because the content is just this one right here, and yeah, it's just, what happens if you do length 0? I don't know. But that basically resolves the problem you get with the null pointer exception, which, I mean, makes it that it's length 1, because then what it gets is not null. But yeah, that fixes that. So you unzip that, and make sure it's in the responses directory. I know it's this way on Linux. Maybe you can do an absolute path on Windows, but I had issues with doing an absolute path because it would automatically default to this directory, and it would do like home znet fiddler 2 captures responses / home znet downloads wherever the file was located. And so I just moved I moved the absolute file to a relative file, in this directory. Probably not that complex on Windows, but whatever. And also I need to do that, even though I'm probably not using that as a system proxy server. So the next bit of setup you'll have to do for some versions of Indev, and I haven't played all of them yet, so it's going to be a new experience for me. Here's the launcher configuration I'm doing. Just set it to use localhost as the IP for your proxy server, and 8080 is the default fiddler port that I had. But if that's not working for you, go to here, and this should be your fiddler port right there. And yeah, that's pretty much all the setup I had to do for this. It took me a while to figure out because there's like absolutely no documentation for that. But let's get playing that new version of Indev I just downloaded. So what time is it? It's 4 o'clock. Grip 16. It's probably that. Okay. So basically to do this, what I'm doing right here is I'm making a folder in my .minecraft directory in the version subdirectory called basically what's before the jar and the JSON. I don't know for sure if it has to be named that, but I've had issues with it naming something else in the past. Maybe they fixed it by now, but I think there's actually something in the JSON file that specifies what the directory has to be named, like that right there, basically. If you change that, maybe it will work. I don't know. But yeah, so what you want to do here is copy that. So if you want to copy to basically everything that's it does. If this basically substitutes anything in that ends in whatever extension. So if it starts with this, it takes any file in there and adds it as an argument into the command line, and then we copy it to the directory. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so now close that out. Usually you have to restart the launcher to get it to register new versions, and we're going to switch this to the 2009 version. Alright, let's see if it works. So we start it up like this. It's going to at least launch, and then it might crash before then. Oh, we booted into the game. That's actually cool. So this is probably before full screen, yeah. So we're gonna have to play it in windowed mode. Maybe it works full screen on Linux, I don't know. But I'm also pressing F11, and that's not making it any bigger. But yeah, look, B is for block. Can you do that? I don't know what the hell just happened there. I don't know what's going on. Does that work for any block? Okay. What? So TNT turns things into wood. That's interesting. And how deep is the wood? I think that might actually be a glitch. Probably. But yeah, do we have a water source block? Okay, here's some obsidian. How high can we stack stuff? And how deep can we go? Okay, so placing blocks kind of sucks ass on this version. So this is basically the same as Classic, I think. 3.0, I don't honestly know what the difference is. Okay, this seems like it's as high as we can go, right? So we can't, like, yeah, okay. And jump, do I take fall damage? Nope. Can I go off the edge? Nope. How deep can I go? And also, can you place torches in water? Yeah, you can. Okay, that's odd. So you can hear me probably clicking array right now. And also, so you don't get the annoying fan, I'm going to first see what my frequency policy is. And if it's okay, then I'm not going to do things down too early. So yeah, I did assert it to 2 gigahertz, which should keep the fan down. but it's kind of going up right now, so I'll do that. Oh yeah, max. I'm getting 60 FPS anyways. Oh wow, bedrock, and I can't place it, and it's all lava at the bottom. Cool. Honestly, what's the lowest I can go on my CPU? Can I do it at the minimum? Just keep it at 800. That's probably going to be bad for video recording, so let's make sure this is still going. Yeah, probably don't want to run my CPU at 800 megahertz to record video, but I honestly think I could play the game at that, considering I'm still getting 600 or 60 at whatever 2 gigahertz or 1.5 gigahertz on a single core. I don't think this multi-threads anything, so yeah, doesn't require much CPU power. I mean, I do have a decent CPU. It's an i7 or 8. I wanted an i8. I don't remember if I got an i8. Let's find out. That's an easy thing to find out. So here's my system information in case you really want to duplicate it. Yes, I'm running Manjaro. It's not actually Windows 95, but I like the look of Windows 95. So yeah, 8 i7. So it's not that bad of a processor, and I've underclocked it to that through software. So yeah, this seems like I'm bored with this version, so time to go on to the next. Actually, I might just break these up into videos of each version, so it makes it so I can change things and shit. So yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Hopefully you enjoyed this, and yeah, that's cool. Goodbye.